Hello, Jack. Tom here, another theist bashing atheist. And I thought I'd give you a quick response to your question. But I think the easy answer comes down to two parts. First, atheists, by definition, don't believe in anything. We don't have any dogma or religious leaders or whatnot. We just don't. And some people like to say that, Dawkins is our priest or something like that. And that's not really true. We may really like him, and I do. But priest? No, he has no more authority than any other person. We just happen to listen to his arguments, like them, and find them valid. Anyway, so an atheist is kind of the default position. It's a belief in nothing. From there, atheists do have beliefs. But generally not very many in a lot of ways, because a belief, by definition, is something that you hold without evidence. And most atheists try not to hold any belief, anything based without evidence. It's not possible to go through life without any belief. No matter what you are, you're going to have some level of belief in things that you don't really have evidence for. You just have to pick and choose and try to do the best you can. Whether you become a theist or whether you stay an atheist. Theists have the advantage that by far the vast majority of them were indoctrinated into it in childhood, when humans are very receptive to that kind of thing. And those who come into it late in life usually had the seeds planted in childhood anyway. Anyway, the second part comes down to your question isn't really a good question, because it's not about what an atheist has to offer. It's about what an atheist does not give up. An atheist does not give up the ability to make his own judgments on life in a rational way. The atheist does not give up the ability to work out what morality ought to be on his own. An atheist does not give up his freedom, which is the core of religious belief. Not necessarily the core of all theistic belief, but definitely the core of religious belief. It is giving up your personal freedom to this, well, on the surface, to God, to this unknowable higher power. But more truly, it's giving up your freedom to other people, to the people who are the priests, to the holders of the knowledge, to those who would use your beliefs to control you for their own ends, be it personal power, aggrandizement, or financial gain. And there are priests who really are genuinely very good people, who aren't in it for their personal power, who are in it for the best that they can do to help other people. And I applaud their efforts. They're doing the best they can, and that's the path they've chosen. I don't really have a problem with anybody wanting to hold a certain belief. The problem comes into that these beliefs are then used as power over people and basically as reasons to behave badly. So, yeah. That's what I think it comes down to for me, is what we have to offer is not something proactive that we have to offer. What we have to offer is freedom. And onto your dichotomy that comes up, truth or happiness, I really believe this is quite the false dichotomy. I don't think that atheists are any less happy necessarily than Christians or theists in general. I've met plenty of unhappy Christians in my life. And those Christians that are always happy all the time come off as slightly unbalanced, slightly insane, slightly unhinged, slightly delusional, and slightly divorced from reality. Because the reality is that the world isn't a very happy place. And if your beliefs have the effect of making you happy all the time, is that really living reality? Or is that living a delusion? Now, the world isn't entirely an unhappy place either, but there's just too many examples of killing, doing things for personal gain, being evil to each other. And oftentimes, in the name of God, we're going to be evil to each other. You've got to be at least a little divorced from reality to think that the world is happy all the time, or to even be happy all the time in this world. Now, I can understand how some people might derive comfort from the idea that they're going to get to go to heaven at the end of this. But what about the chances that you're actually going to hell? Any theist who at all seriously questions his own beliefs and seriously considers the fact that no matter what religion you belong to, there are more adherents to other religions, to religions that all basically say the same message: you believe what we believe or you go to hell. Your chances of being right in your religion, just purely as a matter of chance, are less than 50-50, even if you happen to belong to the dominant religion, Christianity. There are more non-Christians than there are Christians. Now, on to the final part of all of this. Atheists can have plenty of happiness in their own lives. I myself derive a lot of satisfaction from knowing that I am living my life as best I can, that I am being good, that I am volunteering and helping my neighbors, that I give everything that I can to the world for the future generations. It can be a very satisfying thing